Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm gonna show you how to create this in After Effects. Let's start. Okay guys, welcome back. I will add the vector link and project file link in my description below. So let's start with locking the background. And then let's select the shadow, let's go to effects presets and let's search for fill. And let's change the color of it. And then let's press here and let's select this color and then go to color and let's make it dark like this and click OK. Let's select this neck and let's link it to body and select this head, go to solo and go to pan behind and let's move the anchor point to here and go to unsolo, select the head and let's link it to neck and select the eyebrows and eyes, let's link them to head. And select this hand left, let's go to solo and let's move the anchor point to here and select the hand right, let's go to solo and move the anchor point to here. Let's select this hand left again and go to solo and go to puppet pin and let's make puppets like this and then go to the window and click the DUIK Angela. Okay, let's move the DUIK Angela to here so we can see it. And from DUIK Angela window, just go to links and constraints and let's select these puppets. Let's move to here and click to add pins and click ignore. Okay, let's select the pins 3 and let's link them to each other like this. And now let's select these pins and go to auto rig and click ignore again. Let's see. Okay, let's go down solo and select the pin 3 and let's link it to body. Now select this hand right and let's go to solo again and go to puppet pin. Let's make a pins like this and now let's select the puppet from here and click to add pins and click ignore. And let's link the pins to each other. Select the pins and go to auto rig and click to ignore. Let's select this pin as well and let's link it to body. Now let's go down solo. Now let's rename this controller to hand left and this one hand right. Now we can close the DUIK Angela window. We are done with it. And let's create a new null object now. Let's right mouse here, go to new and click to null object. And let's change the scale of this null object like this a little bit and hold Ctrl, double click to pan behind to move the anchor point to the center. And let's move it to somewhere to here. And now let's select these controllers, let's link them to this null object. And also let's select the phone and link it to null object. Let's see. Okay, nice. And now let's select this message one, go to solo, let's change the anchor point of it as well. Let's move it to here. Okay, I'll go to the message 2, let's change this one to here. And message 3, let's move it to here. And message 4, let's move this one to here. Now select notification 1, let's do the same for notifications as well. And notification 2. And notification 3. Okay, nice. And now I want to create a screen light for this animation. So for that let's create a new solid and right mouse here and go to solid. And let's change the color to something like this. Click OK and let's rename it to screen light. And let's move it to here somewhere. Okay, and let's press T and let's change the opacity so we can see it. Okay, and go to pen tool or you can press G for that. So let's click one to here, let's make a mask. And one here. Now let's move this one to here and let's connect them. Nice. Now let's move it to here. Now let's open the settings, let's close it and go to mask. Now let's open the mask one and let's change the mask feather like this. Now let's change opacity as well, let's make it 75. Okay, I think this one is good. Now let's set. Okay, and also let's select the screen light and let's link it to phone. Let's see now. Nice. So first let's start to give animation to hand with null object. So let's press P, make position keyframe. Let's go to 10 keyframe with holding shift and page down. Let's move it to down to here and a little bit to the right. And go to 10 keyframe again and let's move it to the left and a little bit to the up. And go 10 keyframe again. Let's move it to the center and a little bit to the down. And then go to 10 keyframe again and let's move it to the up. Let's select keyframes, make them easy. And let's see it. Okay, now let's select these hand controllers. Let's select both of them and let's press P and make position keyframes. And let's go to 10 keyframe. Let's select this hand right controller and let's move it to the up to here. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's move it to down a little bit to here somewhere. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's go to the up and go to 10 keyframe last time. Let's copy the first keyframe. Let's press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Now let's do the same random animation for the hand left controller. Let's move it to the down. And go to 10 keyframe. Let's move it to the up a little bit. Let's go to 10 keyframe again. To the down. To here. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's copy the first keyframe. Press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Now select keyframes and make them easy. And press N. Let's see it. Okay, this second keyframe is kinda fast, so to fix that, let's move it to the up. Let's see now. Nice. We can also give animation to the screen light. So for that, let's select the screen light solid and press T, make opacity keyframe. Let's go to 5 keyframe. Now let's change it to 11. Let's go to 3 keyframe. Let's change it to 40 and let's go some random keyframes like 4. And change it to 10 and go 5 keyframe. Now let's make it 35. Go 3 keyframe again. Let's make it 15 and go 3 keyframe. Let's copy the first keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Select keyframes, make them easy. Now let's copy them and paste to here for loop animation. Let's see it. Nice. And now let's give animation to the head. So for that, let's select this head layer and let's go somewhere to here. Let's zoom a little bit and press R, make rotation keyframe and go to 10 keyframe with holding shift and page down. And let's change it to -6. But as you said, there is some problem with the neck and head. So to fix that, let's select this head and let's move it to the down so it will be not visible. And select keyframes, make them easy. Let's check it. And now let's go to here. Let's make a static keyframe for head and go to 10 keyframe again. Let's change it to +2 and go to here. Let's make a static keyframe again and go to 10 keyframe. Let's make it 0 and press N to change the duration of the timeline. Let's see. Okay. And also let's make a body rotation. So for that, let's select this body and go to solo and select the pan behind, or you can press Y for that. And let's move the anchor point to here and go to unsolo. Let's go to here, let's press R and hold shift press P, make both keyframes and go to 10 keyframe. Let's change the rotation to -2 and make static keyframe for position and go to the middle. Let's move the body to the down a little bit. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see the bounce animation. Okay, nice. And go to this head rotation keyframe. Let's make static keyframe for body keyframes. And go to 10 keyframe. Let's change the body rotation to +2. And make static keyframe for position and go to the middle. Let's copy this keyframe and Ctrl C and Ctrl V. And let's do it one more time. Let's make static keyframe for body and go to 10 keyframe. Let's change the body rotation to 0 and make static keyframe for position and go to the middle. Let's select this keyframe, press Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Let's see. Okay, nice. Now let's zoom a little bit and let's give animation to the eyes and eyebrows. So let's select the eyes, let's press S, make scale keyframe. Let's go to 3 keyframe, 1, 2, 3, and click here and select these eyes. Let's go to pan behind and let's move the anchor point to here. Now let's change the scale to 20 and go 3 keyframe again, 1, 2, 3, and let's make it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy. Now let's move them to the left a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's copy these keyframes and let's paste one here and here as well. Let's see. Nice. Now let's go to here. Let's select these eyes and hold shift press P and select eyebrows as well. Let's press P. Make keyframes for both positions and go to here somewhere. Let's move the eyes to down a little bit and select the eyebrows. Let's move them to down. Select keyframes, make them easy and go to here. Let's make static keyframes for both layers and go to the down. Let's move the eyes to here somewhere and select the eyebrows. Let's move them to the up and go to less eyes scale keyframes. Let's make static keyframes again and go to here. Let's select the first keyframes and Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Now let's see it. Okay, nice. And from now on we can start to give animation to these objects. So for that, let's go to the window and open the animation composer 3. Let's open the starter presets and open the transitions to the layer. And let's select these messages and notification 1, 2 and notification 3. Let's select this one and press in. And let's close the animation composer window. And now let's select this play button, let's link it to notification 3 and select the circle and let's link it to notification 2. Also let's do the same for these dots. Let's link them to notification 1. So now to make it randomly, let's move them to the right like this. Let's see. Okay, it's kind of fast, so let's move them like this. Nice. Also let's do the same for notifications. Let's do it like this. And select these dots. Let's give them animation to them. So for that let's start with dot 1. Let's press T and make opacity keyframe. Let's go to 10 keyframe and let's change it to 20. And go to 10 keyframe again. Let's make it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy. And hold out, let's click to here to make a loop animation, and from here let's press here and go to property and click to loop out. Now select these keyframes and press Ctrl C and go to somewhere to here and select this dot 2 and press Ctrl V and press U to see the keyframes and go to somewhere to here, select the dot 3, let's press Ctrl V again Let's change the duration of timeline to here somewhere so we can see it. Let's see. Okay, also let's select these keyframes. Now let's paste them for loop animation and go to here. Let's press N for the timeline. Let's do the same for here as well. Okay, and select these keyframes. Let's go to here. Let's paste them, and these ones as well. Let's move them to the right a little bit. Select these ones. Let's go to here and press Ctrl V. And these ones as well. Actually, select this keyframe. Let's move them to the middle. And these ones as well. Now let's copy the head keyframes and let's paste them. Let's see it. Okay, nice. Let's go to the window again and open the animation composer tree. Let's open the starter presets and open the effects 2D layer and open 2D layer transformations. Now let's select these messages, notifications, and go to browse, and let's select Gaussian position and rotation. Let's click to apply and go to the down. Let's change the intensity to maybe 20. I think 20 is gonna be good. Let's see. Okay, nice. And lastly, I'm gonna add one animation like the character is coming from the up and it's slowly going to the ground. So for that animation, let's create a new null object. And let's hold Ctrl and double click to here to move the anchor point to the center, and let's move it to somewhere to here. Now select null 2 and let's link it to null 3. And also let's select this hand right and hand left. Let's link them to body. And select this body. Let's link it to null 3. And let's see which layers are left. And select the legs and these ones. Let's link them to null 3. Now let's see how it works. Nice. Let's go to here and let's press P and make position keyframe for null object 3 and go to here. And let's move it to the up. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. This one is kinda fast, so let's select this keyframe and let's move it to the right to here somewhere. And select keyframes, go to graph editor, let's change the graph like this. Let's see it. Okay, this one is good. But before that, let's move it to the right. And also let's go to here. Let's select this layers. Now let's move them to the right as well. And go to here. Let's go to the down and select the background light. Let's press T. And go to here. Let's make it 0. Go to 5 keyframe. Now let's change it to 80. And go 3 keyframe. Let's make it 10. And go to 3 keyframe again. Let's make it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Okay, and now go to here. Let's select this shadow and press S, make scale keyframe. Let's click to here. Now let's change the scale like this. Let's make it 0 for now. And go to 10 keyframe. Let's change it like this. Actually, go to here. Now let's delete this keyframe and let's make it 100. Select keyframes, make them easy. Let's see. Okay, select keyframes, go to graph editor. Let's change the graph like this. Also for this one as well. Let's see. Okay, select the first keyframe and let's move it to the left. And go to here. Let's move this keyframe to here. Let's see now. Or maybe to the right a little bit. Let's see. Nice, let's preview it again. Okay, we can maybe move to the left a little bit. So for that, let's select this null objects tree. Let's move it to here. And also let's select these scale keyframes. Let's move them to the left as well. Let's see. Okay, and then go to here. Select these layers. Now let's move them to here. Let's preview it fully again. Okay, nice. So guys, thanks for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe channel and leave a comment in my video. See you in the next videos.